Hey guys, this is Grusky from Code Orange Gaming. Doing a replay analysis here. I've had a couple of requests for these. People generally just looking for help. Shrimpy today submitted one. Hopefully I'll be doing a couple more of these of anybody who wants to submit them. I don't really plan to do make it a regular thing. There's plenty of other people that do that, but instead of just me making comments to them in a chat room about their gameplay, I figured it might be nice to make a video and I can share it with them and anybody else who wants to watch. So generally, I have not played the French battleships yet. I think I'm only on the tier 6, which I got from one of the missions, so any advice I give is just general battleship experience, or advice I should say. I have not played, anything beyond the Normandy. Right here, though, I can see that you're moving now towards what looks like the G7 line. I would not normally recommend that line, especially for like a battleship. The first thing, whether you're a battleship, destroyer, cruiser, is always give yourself an out. The warships good players are based upon whether they do a lot of damage, support the cap, whatever their specific role is. They want to be up close where they're not sitting in the back of the map doing nothing, but they also want to be able to support their objective. Right here, you're supporting an objective, which is really good. It's better than you sitting on the 10 line, just kind of hiding and doing nothing. But right here, though, you have no out. The battleships should be able to tank some damage, attract the attention of the enemy, and then before they get killed or something like that, they should be able to disengage somehow. Right here, your only option is to reverse out, which I guess isn't so bad. French battleships do go quick in reverse, but not quick enough to get you out of harm's way, especially if a destroyer is spotting you. And I also noticed that you have a couple of division mates here. I assume you're communicating over Discord or something. Klein, he's part of Adopt, so he's definitely a good carrier player. So, and he's also in an overpowered ship, so you should have this game in the bag, statistically. I guess we'll see and find out. So, hopefully communicate spotting with him and, general, picking out targets that are a good priority for him as well, that he can see that are might be weak. And also, you want to be in an AA bubble with them. Your AA is pretty good on the French battleships overall. And you're also a division with an Edinburgh, so that's actually kind of a good ship to have, depending on what he's doing. Looks like he's out far towards the west. He could actually even give you smoke just to disengage. Battleships, they get spotted pretty easily in smoke when firing, so you don't really want to rely on that. It's more of like I need to, take attention off of me, I need to get away. So right here, if you would have saved your shot, you could have had a good shot on that worst fight. I don't remember if he was actually spotted right away, if you could have shot at him immediately. But sometimes I guess it's not specifically to you in this situation. I think you actually made the right call, because I don't think he was spotted. But as a battleship player, especially when I first started out, I had the tendency to just want to fire immediately as my guns were loaded. You wait 30 seconds and you just want to shoot at something, right? Generally, that's actually not such a great thing. Like right here, it looks like you're taking a second to line up your shot where you think this Cleveland's going to be, which is really, really good. Just if you would have just fired, you might not have hit as much. He is angled, so maybe I would have actually shot that Warspite, who's low in health. Any damage you can do to maybe knock him out of the game faster would have been great. I also noticed earlier that the Lo Yang was spotted in the cap. I think battleships, especially if you're trying to support a cap like this, should shoot at destroyers. Any damage you can do to that destroyer is going to help your team in the long run. Because right now he's just sitting in smoke, and he's able to just maybe set a couple fires on you, do some damage that you maybe could have avoided. It's hard to say how many shots would have actually hit. Maybe, probably realistically only one, maybe 2 shells if you were lucky. If he were to get into a knife fight with one of your team's destroyers, that health he would have lost, even if it is, 2,000, 3,000, could have been really helpful, especially with that Hydra. You want to get a destroyer out of the game as soon as possible. They provide a lot of useful utility for your team, such as spotting, capping, torpedoes, even just setting fire sometimes on a low health battleship that use their damage repair, damage control party. Good shooting at the worst fight, and you really have nothing else. I doubt that Cleveland's gonna. No, I guess as I say that, he fires. But he's still pretty angled and moving pretty quickly, so the shooting at the Cleveland probably actually isn't realistically a good target. Getting that worst fight, as I said earlier, is a good help to your team. Any battleship, even if it is the bottom tier of the game, is not something you really want in your team if you can get them out quickly. Sorry, that's not something you want on the enemy team. So it was actually smart to hold a shot there. Unfortunately, you shattered, which is just some bad luck. But typically, if he only has, 1,300 health, one or two shells that actually hit should have killed him. You just kind of got some bad RNG there. So actually, pretty good on holding your shot there. You could have saved that extra turret, maybe shoot at this Cleveland, or maybe that Enterprise became spotted. Because that would have been very useful for you. I don't know what you're doing here with the zooming in and out, but it seems like it's one of your fun things to do while waiting for your shells to reload. So right here I can see on the mini-map that New Mexico might be come close to you. You guys might hit. I don't think he's paying attention, and it doesn't look like you're paying attention either. So your board entertainment is possibly going to get distracted here. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, though. I'd be aiming everything I have towards that Enterprise. Getting the CV out quickly is definitely something you want to do, especially when you have a Unicum CV player on your team and an overpowered CV. And right here, I'd be shouting to Vengeful to start moving forward, and you should try to be maybe turning left. Yep, here you guys go, you're gonna crash. Fortunately, the Lo Yang was just spotted and he knows where you guys are at, and he probably knows you guys are about to hit each other, so torpedoes are likely gonna kill one of you. Fortunately, it looks like it's gonna be Vengeful. Yep, bye, Vengeful. Would have also maybe even slowed down there. You could have avoided that one torp. You're probably just trying to get off of your teammate as quickly as possible, but since you guys were, probably communicating through Discord, it should have been good communication to just say, hey, I'm going to be going behind you, make sure you're not backing up, and, if you would have just said, hey, I am backing up, I need to back up, it could have saved his life there. Oh, no, Lo Yang spotted. You should be sending your secondaries towards him if you can. There you go. See if he's trying to cross-drop your Benson. You're actually at risk to be hit by that second drop. I'd be trying to turn left as hard as I can right now, so you can minimize your damage. Yeah, it looks like you're going to take one, or two actually. You maybe could have brought it down to one. I guess it's hard to say. Oh, good job, Benson, smoking you. That's a pretty good teamwork there. You don't see that too often. probably would have actually held my fire there, especially seeing that the CV's coming. If the Enterprise is paying attention, he's gonna strike you. It looks like you got one bomber on you. If you wouldn't have held your fire, you wouldn't have ever been hit at all by him. Even the Cleveland or that North Carolina shooting at you, though it looks like they have better things to pay attention to, but they could easily take you out. Ooh, now you're down to 300 health. I'd definitely hold my shots here. Ooh, yeah. Now, any one of those ships, the CV, the New Mexico, the Cleveland, the Carolina, maybe even the Molotov, I can't tell if he's in your range, how far away he is. Any one of those, just one shell hitting you and you're gone. Luckily, though, Klane's there, and he looks like he stopped some planes. Yeah, there he is. I would have definitely held my fire longer, and looks like you're about to fire here. Still would have held my fire even longer. Just you're almost, have a heal off. You kind of got lucky that those shells from, it was the New Mexico or the North Carolina dispersed around you. I would have waited until my healed back something, because anything that hits you now is just going to kill you. Almost got the New Mexico. So now the New Mexico and the Cleveland are likely going to die before you have a reload, so I'd be turning my guns towards the Enterprise. He's pretty much broadside to you. Get some good shots there. Nice waiting to see what he's doing before he fired. Pretty good hit. Now he's likely gonna start moving unless he's just given up, which he might have. Aim a little bit higher there since he's angled a little bit. Yeah, only one shell hit. You probably could have gotten more, but dispersion seems to be in his favor, not yours. But overall, pretty good game. Just minor things you could have changed. Just general positioning and prioritizing targets a little bit better, and holding your fire actually is really useful. It was a good game. I hope to do a couple more of these if people submit them. There's a couple other YouTubers that do these, and I think they do them a little bit better than I do. So I'll just kind of be doing these as people submit them to me, and it seems to be a good opportunity that comes up, and if somebody submits one, I'll be happy to take a look at it. So feel free to join the Adopt Discord if you're ever looking for help. We're here to help anybody. It's a client that is set up to give advice. Whether it's just answering a couple questions, maybe playing a division, going over general gameplay strategies. Feel free to stop by. I'll leave the link below. And thanks for watching.